NFT Plazas for another episode of interviews here at NFC Lisbon. Today joining me are David and Alessandro. I'd like to welcome them both and to give them a little bit of an opportunity to speak about their latest Metaverse project, Nemesis.
Thank you. Nemesis is a Metaverse, a new generation Metaverse built in WebGL, iOS and Android, ready to use with application mobile and web browser. We was in stealth mode behind this event. This is the first event for us, and we released the official release of our project today. And we host all this expo inside the Nemesis, so you can show also the event inside directly the application mobile. What about Nemesis? Is a project that born 3 years ago with in Italian engineering and Switzerland cooperation. Now we have an open round for private sales of the token and the private land sales. And this is the mainstream feature that we have, and this is the situation right now.
Fantastic. And David, how far along is production of the actual Nemesis world? It looks like it's coming along really nicely. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what stage of the development you're at.
Yeah, Nemesis is live. It's been live for the past year in a public beta. Actually, this week we were rolling out an advanced version. So it's fully out there. We've been working on the product for like more than 3 years. It's been self-funded by a previous exit and a small angel round. And we've been focusing on the product before going out there and making a fundraise.
That's great information. So I guess, were you already in development of this before NFTs, or have you pivoted into NFTs? What was the situation with that?
No, the whole idea was born out of making Web3, how would you say? You're going to cut this.
Yeah, you can cut it. Yeah. Take a breather.
So the whole idea of Nemesis was developed much before all the NFT hype, and the whole idea is bringing masses from Web 2 to Web 3. So we focus on building an environment which has a very nice and easy UX and UI. It has a very easy onboarding process. You don't need an e-wallet. You can play if you're just a Web 2 guy. No need to know anything about crypto or anything like that. We do have all that layer, of course, so it enables the premium side, but that's as well the focus on mobile, which we've been keeping because we believe that people are on mobile and they want to access the Metaverse, whatever. And that's been loved by the brands especially because they can have in-store QR codes when people connect to the Metaverse directly. That's been the philosophy behind it.
I think that's a really smart approach. If anything, what a lot of the existing Metaverses have forgotten to really invest in is the time in mobile. I think almost it's been a little bit put on a back shelf and it's been forgotten, when really that's key to reaching extra markets, especially in developing nations and these sort of countries whereby the hardware isn't quite up to scratch and maybe they struggle to access some of these other worlds. So your world will be fully accessible on mobile and on desktop. And is it client-based or is it browser-based?
It's a browser-based, but we are ready also with the client-based, and I think that by the end of September we can release it also the client version for iOS and for PC. But our approach is starting from the mass market, and we want to push on the brand situation because the brand know that there is a big opportunity in Metaverse and in NFTs, but they want the mobile starting because on social network you can start with influencer or other things, but starting from mobile. So our approach is in this side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Can I add something to that? We're taking a vision in which the whole play-to-earn environment, we think, at least for the next few years, it's going to be the brand that's going to be fueling that in terms of really paying for that, for rewarding the content creators, rewarding the players. So that's why we attach a lot of importance for that kind of integration, especially because we believe that this is the right environment for brands to really evolve the whole idea of engaging with their community and to really give a chance to content creators to extend the meaning of their brands. So taking their brand's property and extending it into, with new content, new interaction, new engagement. Ultimately, these are guys who have the money to foster the whole content creators economy, and that's what we're trying to build for.
That's great, and I've already seen you've got some fantastic sponsors on board already. I noticed Pull and Bear. Do you want to tell me a few more of those?
Is a partnership with Ready Player Me. That is a plugin that we have onboarded to create with a simple way all your character. And this is a feature that we want to push with the brand, the fashion brand, because it's amazing. You can create what you want, and you have an avatar skinned with the brand inside the metaverse. So this is a big feature that we can use on mobile, on web, on client to push the brand fashion and in metaverse.
Mm-hmm. So just switching gear a little bit, so how much of a role will NFTs and crypto play in the metaverse that you're building here? Because you started off building for Web 2 and now you're switching to Web 3 with the view of bringing Web 2 people over. So how much or how little are NFTs and cryptocurrency integrated in what you're building?
No, they are key. They're key to the whole project. It's not that we're not looking at that. Of course, I mean, it is the basics of what we do in Nemesis. So our land system is an NFT-based system. We've been lucky enough to integrate with Immutable X at the very first time, so in the very early days. So it's going to be based on Ethereum layer 2, so hopefully no gas fees. However, we're taking a very open approach in terms of cross-chain optimization. So we already discussed with a few other chains out there, Polygon, Solana, Phantom, whatever. And we've built a whole level of integration for these people that allows them to actually use, anyone can use NFTs from any chain within our game, and we can activate those NFTs and giving them utility to quite a deep level down into the metaverse and the games that we develop for them. So we're trying to be as open as possible in terms of partnerships on the cross-chain part, and especially with other people that are building content creation tools, because that's the other thing. We're not going to be reinventing content creation tools, but there's so many nice out there. Mm-hmm. We have a token which we're launching. It's an ERC20 token. The approach that we're taking towards tokenomics, it's kind of mixed, because we have an internal database coin which people can buy in-app. That coin is actually fostering all the interaction within the game and the platform. Those coins can be exported can be exchanged into our ERC20 for cash out. And they can be bought both with in-app or through the ERC20 NEMS token. So I don't know if I've been clear on this one.
Yeah. So I think just briefly you touched on play to earn there. So I'm guessing that's going to play a large part in what you're creating here. Maybe you can continue just telling us a little bit about how you're going to approach that.
Yeah, in this sense, we work a lot with the NFTs ecosystem, and for example, our companion NFTs that is ready, you can buy directly on OpenSea, is a companion that you can buy. You can play with these NFTs, and if you can earn, like you can feed him like a Tamagotchi, and you can level up and scale up companions. So this is the base of ecosystem of our NFTs, and you can sell in a secondary market, because if you level up and scale up your buddy, your companion, you can earn money to selling this companion on the secondary market, for example. Or you can use the companion to pre-order the land inside our system. So if you have one companion, you can reserve one land for the release of the land. So it's a system that we use to create the pre-order land system, and is the base of our economy. So
that's a really interesting growth strategy. Do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, the rest of the play to earn, it's initially is going to be mostly rewarding. So the whole idea is a play to learn and earn. So the whole idea of bringing Web 2 people into Web 3 is, letting them play and experience the Nemesis, reward them with coins, and then getting them acquainted with getting a wallet, exchanging those coins into our tokens, cashing them out, and then running all their activity, their content creation activities within our internal marketplace. What we're adding to that is a couple of nice features, like our internal marketplace. You'll be able to sell services as well. Let's say you're a DJ and people want to run an event with the Nemesis. They could come to our marketplace, see who's the DJ available for that night, book your time, and you're going to be doing there. So you're not just selling content, you're selling services. Another approach we've taken, for example, with land and the creation of land, you not necessarily have to own a land to create the 3D set that goes on top of that. So we have a lot of artists who they don't want to invest in land, or they don't have enough money sometimes, they can still be creating those 3D sets, trading them and selling them in the marketplace, so that people who own a land then can possibly buy them and put them on and create their own metaverse. So again, to foster, as much as we can, the content creators economy within the system.
Or the NFT rent system. And another possibility is the rent of the land. So if you are a real estate investor, in this case a digital real estate investor, you can rent your NFT's land and you can earn money from this rent.
Wow, guys, so there's a lot going on here. I've got so many questions. So let's on a little bit to land then, because land plays a large part in the metaverse and what you guys are building. So do you have a particular amount of land that you're going to cap at? And how will all that work out, and what are the current prices?
So we do have a cap of 200,000 lots. And the particular thing is that we're not going to release it all together. We're divided that up in what we call seasons. So there'll be 10 seasons. Every season will see a planet. Every planet will be different. Why we're doing this? Well, first of all, because we want to be here in the long term. Second of all, because technology is evolving, and we want to be able to embed new technological features into land as it goes on in the seasons. What we release today is not going to be the same what we release in a year from now because of technology going on. What is the basic price?
280.
$280. You get a 50% discount if you have a companion and you've reserved your land, so that's one of the preemptive rights. I guess that's it on lands.
The resource of the land, but we release in the next feature.
Yeah, so next planet, the land will have random natural resources. It'll probably hide some NFT companions or things like that, which will then give birth to new, community engagement, etc. So there's a lot of ideas that we're following. What technology is developing and what the marketing and the communities are asking for, and we're building according to that.
I really like the companion approach that you're taking here. You can almost see, I guess, various districts and various areas between friends and people who all know one another to be able to collaborate and build in a certain area all next to one another, which is something that I've not seen before as an investor in virtual land. So moving on a little bit to, I guess, the building side of things, it looks like you've already got quite a few areas built here, developed, and look fantastic on screen there. How far along are your development tools? Will you use third-party software like Blender, or have you got your own native tools? And where are you with all that?
In this case, we use system integration that we have built by ourselves, and we use the Unity is the base of the technology with our layer on top. And in terms of 3D model, we use external library in partnership with other 3D studios, and we have our internal modeler that can model everything that we want to use. Considering that for the release of the editor, we have 100,000 of assets ready to use, and we want to sell in package. Like for example, Western sci-fi, city, pirates, and the creator can use the single asset, or they can buy on the marketplace asset that other people can upload and can use it. We want to focus a lot on the quality of the system, because it's very, very important to have a control and a high quality in this case, because we want to work a lot with the brand, and this is very important for the brand. The quality of the system, the quality of the metaverse is an important feature that we want to maintain. And
if I want to add to that, so the content editor is built by ourselves, but what we're doing there is we're integrating third-party tools, for example, with music or with other things that we haven't developed, so that creators in the metaverse can create more stuff, not just build the cities and build the metaverse. There we're taking an open approach to any partners that have nice tools, that have developed nice tools. We're ready to integrate them.
So, on the same subject, if I was to buy some land today and I was to go into Nemesis and walk to my land, what would be the process of me building? Would I have to buy an asset pack? Is it drag and drop what's already there? Or could I develop something in your tool myself, even though it might not be as professional, and still deploy that? Is that possible?
Absolutely, not yet, but we are prepare a roadmap, and we want to release in June. Until June, we want to release all feature. Right now, we have opened the land exploration. So the first planet, that is the Genesis planet, is open, and you can explore the land. And by the end of this week, you can reserve the land if you have a companion. So if you buy a companion on OpenSea, you can reserve your land inside Nemesis. When we release the token, 2 weeks after the release of the token, we open also the sales of the land. And if you have reserved the land with companion, you can buy with a 50% of discount. So it's a big opportunity that all companion owner can use it for to have a land. This is the point.
Just moving a little bit back to brands, how easy or difficult is it currently for any brands who may be interested in watching this to get involved in Nemesis and work with you guys?
Okay, consider that right now the brand are scared about the NFT ecosystem because they don't know what is the situation, and but they want to enter inside the metaverse. In our case, we want to. Our approach is the mass market approach, and when there is a possibility on top, we want to put NFTs and crypto ecosystem. In our case, we can create a metaverse, dedicated metaverse for a brand in a couple of weeks, working with directly with the brand, and we use directly our editor. So we are testing our editor to create the metaverse for a customer, for a brand. And when we release finally the editor of the metaverse, we want to open an academy and invest a lot in this academy to create an ecosystem of creator. This is very important because it's very easy to use, but we want to evangelize everything and all people to use it.
Let's do this one again.
Why?
The eShop integration. How it's super easy. Oh no! I said you got to talk about that. I'm sorry. You started with the content editor. No, brands like it's super easy. We can integrate your shop. Blah blah. Sorry.
You want to do that again?
No. What do you think?
You good?
You haven't said that. I mean, I'm like listening. I'm like no.
It sounded really good to me, like from the outside listening in. But it's up to you.
Okay, I can just elaborate on that and just say a couple of things.
Yes, we can start like from here now.
Sorry, you're gonna have fun editing this. Okay. So and opportunities for brands are really what we're all about in these days. So it's extremely easy to create a metaverse brand. And then the thing we've been working on is how to integrate all the branded experience. So one thing we've done that everybody loves is we integrate seamlessly your eShop, so we can plug in your Shopify, Magento, whatever. It opens seamlessly within the metaverse. It just displays a little area where people can browse your actual shop and they can actually click and buy without leaving the Nemesis. What that can do, it can generate a digital copy of what you just purchased, and maybe your avatar can wear it. It can create an NFT to put in your wallet, or it can trigger a sale, which is actually an offline sale that you will then send them out. So brands love this kind of deep integration, and the fact we developed in Unity also allows us display the branded, especially in the fashion things, the objects in 3D, which is really nice. So it's not pixels, it's not voxels, but it's like real nice 3D images.
Very nice. So Alessandro, you touched a little bit earlier on building a creator community almost. So a whole community around attracting creators and encouraging them to build and encouraging them to really spend some time creating some really top-notch assets for you guys. How important a role will community and the social aspect of Nemesis as a whole be to what you're creating here?
Yeah. Well, ultimately, that's what we're trying to do. We're really trying to build a new kind of social network after everything. Now everybody talks about NFTs, play to earn, blah, blah. Maybe these things will stay, maybe they will change, maybe they will go away, but what will not go away is providing people with a place to be, with a virtual place to be, and that's what we elaborated on. So there's one nice feature that I love in the Nemesis. Every registered user gets a private loft. Private loft is their own space. It's something like MySpace back in the days, brought to the Metaverse. They can invite their friends to their private loft, they can play games, they can watch videos, they can interact. The room can be completely personalized, they can buy furniture. So that's what we ultimately love. People have a new place to stay. Then when brands will find the right way to communicate and to interact with these people, that's when we'll have a nice product for the long term. Mm-hmm. We're experimenting, we're pivoting. That's the nice part of it.
This is all really interesting. Like NFT Plazas currently has one of the largest metaverse billboard network So we're spread across Decentraland, CryptoVoxel, Somnium Space, and maybe soon the Sandbox when they advance their technology a little. So what would be really interesting is for us guys to have a conversation and see how we can work together and possibly expand. And we have like such a high demand from clients at the moment who really want a taste of the Metaverse. I'm sure you've already had an experience of clients contacting you and seeing how they can get involved in all this. So maybe that's something we can look at together. Just to wrap up, if anybody wants to find out anything more about the Nemesis, where can they find you?
The Nemesis.io is live, and you can download the application mobile from iOS and Android App Store. It's very easy.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for your time today, guys. This has been NFTplazas.com. Please like, follow, subscribe, and see you on the next one.